Cyclonus, the warrior, and his armada.
What is up, everybody? This is your buddy Cybertron, about to do my unboxing and review on my first Transformers Kingdom War for Cybertron trilogy, Voyager class Cyclonus. This is the first figure I got from the line and I'm really excited. I've had this figure for a while, I just didn't do the unboxing till now. So here I am right before you, about to do this. Before I do the unboxing though, I just want to take a look at the figure in the packaging because man, this line has this beautiful, and if I might say, the best packaging so far we got from this trilogy. I mean, look at it, guys. If we notice it there, we notice the figure is kind of not displayed that great. We can't really see the bottom end of the figure there. You notice we do have the Transformers logo on the side there, as usual. But when we take it about a third to the side there, we notice we got this beautiful artwork of the character right there, just looking so awesome. And I'm wondering, damn, why did they just do this with the other figures? Because I love artwork. I love it in all shapes, sizes, and forms. Yeah, it just looks so awesome there. So we notice the packaging is just like this all new thing there. And I totally dig the artwork of Cyclonus. And I wasn't a real big fan of the season 3 Transformers, but I always kind of liked Cyclonus out of all of them. I didn't like Galvatron. I didn't really like the other guys, but I did like Cyclonus because I don't know, I just thought he was cool. So there's a look at him there, trapped in his little clear cave right there. You notice on the top there we do have that very archaic, prehistoric looking top right there with the Decepticon logo. On the side there we have this brand new artwork from the line, and if we notice it there, we have Galvatron / Megatron on one side. We got a pic of Unicron. We have all the Beast Wars guys there. I'm not sure, you know, I'm not too familiar with Beast Wars, but that looks like pretty much the whole first season from what I remember seeing on the original Beast Wars. We got the Nemesis there. We got this circular disc, which I'm assuming is from the original Beast Wars cartoon. I've never seen it too much, but I kind of remember. I've never seen the whole thing, but I did see maybe the first few episodes. On the bottom there, we got Optimus Prime leading the way with the, I think the Maximals on the left. We got Bumblebee on the back there, RC. So there's a look at the side. And on the back here, we have this very cave-like pattern on the back with the picture of Cyclonus in his robot mode and his vehicle mode. And now we're gonna unbox it. Before we go any further though, if you're new to my channel, thank you for just clicking on my video. I really appreciate it. Please hook me up with a subscribe, a like, and hit the notification bell so you can stay in tune with my channel. So let's do this and take them out. So here's a look at the figure now. This is how the figures are coming. So they're coming in this cardboard box, as you see there on the back panel. You notice the figure there dangling in his prison right there. We also have the accessory right here. So it's not as durable as the clear bubble. And on the side here, we get this little card here, which I'm assuming is just like a collector's card. So if we open this portion here and we look at the back, boom, it comes with this nice sticker, I'm assuming. I've seen other reviews that do it. So it does come with the sticker, and on the back there we see the arc right there, says 1984 with the holographic background, and right there it looks like the arc flying through space. So that's really cool. I do like that. And on the back there we do have the disc, really cool. And of course he has to come with his pamphlet. So there's a look at the new design. So we do have this green right there, highlights, and man, it kind of looks really crazy looking. When you open it up there, there's an instructions on how to transform the figure on the front and on the back. Really nice. All right, guys, so this is the figure out of the packaging, and I've got to be honest with you guys, I've had this out of the packaging for about a day, just to get familiar with the figure and just to go over it and just give it an honest opinion. And I have to say, guys, this is probably one of the most best adaptations of a G1 Transformer to toy. It's got to be up there, like close to #1 across Chug, across the War for Cybertron trilogy, and I can't express that more. This figure, it just blows me away at how good it is. It's so good. I mean, I'm just gonna go over it. Let's just do this, all right? We'll start by going over the head mold there. So if you look at the head mold, it just looks so faithful to Cyclonus. His head right there with the rabbit ears, the helmet, perfect. This is perfection, man. I can't make it any better. This looks better than any other Cyclonus I've ever seen. So we look at the head there, it looks amazing. The head sculpt looks really nice. There's a look at the side of it. We do have that nice light piping that has finally returned, as we see in the back there, and I loved that feature. We noticed that we do have silver paint on the face, and we do have a nice neck. Yeah, he looks rad. I mean, the neck looks really good. I'm glad that they added necks, because we can always use that. It looks amazing. Right there on the chest there, we do have the detail of like a collar on the chest and midsection there. It just looks faithful to the cartoon. We have some purple paint right here and some molded plastic right there in the middle. And where the molded plastic is, it kind of has a little bit of a shimmer. I don't know if you can see that there, but it really looks nice. We notice that we do have these translucent orange sections right here on the stomach area and right here on the chest. And that just looks brilliant. It looks great. The silver paint there, this whole section right here, really faithful to Cyclonus. And I'm telling you, it looks great. On the arms there, they look really good. We notice that we have the two wings right there on the side. We do have this purple paint right there, which has a little bit of glitter fleck to it. If you notice it there, we do have some shimmer going on there, and it does have it on the helmet. The arms look good. He does have these wings right here on the forearm, and his hands are, you know, they made out of that molded silver plastic. And different parts of this figure have the molded plastic that are silver, and when you just take a look at it at a glance, it kind of like has this orange glow to it. So it really gives this figure just this weird like marble like shimmer to it. It's really cool. We look at the legs there, faithful adaptations. They have the purple paint right there on the knee section and on the foot section. And if you notice there, it has just the stylings of the cartoon, really looking good. When we look at it on the side, looking really nice. Now they've gone on a minimum with these holes here, these 5mm holes. There is one there, and there's one right there on the back of his forearm, on his back, and right there. So there's about what, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 5mm portholes, but you don't really notice them. They're there, but you don't really pay too much mind to them. So when we flip it over and take a look at the back, we'll notice that there isn't really any hollowness. Yes, there's kibble from the transformation, as we see there, which even Masterpiece figures have, but it's down to a bare minimum. There's hardly any cavities, emptiness here, minus these portions right there on the legs. And overall, as you can see, it just, to me, it looks really clean compared to a lot of other figures. When you turn them around, man, Cyclonus, I mean, he doesn't really have much kibble going on in the back, nor does he have hollowness anywhere that you can see. So if we look at the inside of the legs, we notice we do have some detailing there, and on the other side as well. When you look at the arms, look at that, no emptiness, no hollowness, everything's tucked in really neat. And I gotta say that the plastic here, it's a little bit light, but it feels real strong, and all the joints here are tight, all of them. I mean, this figure, like I said, there's no looseness, there's nothing from the head down to the feet. Everything is just really tight. So overall, the robot form is amazing, perfect. I give this thing a solid 10 out of 10. This thing is absolutely faithful to Cyclonus, and just to Transformers in general. This is complete homage. And I feel like a great addition to the quality that we should have been getting all along, but we're finally getting it at least. So there's a look at him there. Let's take a look at the articulation now. We'll take a look at the head. The head does have like a ball joint and a swivel, so kind of like a double ball joint at the neck. So you can actually tilt like that. It can rotate all the way around 360 degrees. You can have them looking down like that. That's the range of motion. Really nice. For it being just, I mean, it is a kind of like, you know, stiff a little bit, but it's great. I'm telling you guys, this figure is awesome. We'll look at the arms now. The arms can go out and in that much. Now they do have this really nice joint right there. So it's kind of like a swivel joint that stays still inside of the arm. So you can rotate it like that, and it does lock at that point. So that's as good as you can get out and in. They do rotate around 360 degrees perfectly. The arms can swivel right there at the bicep, about that much due to the wing. It gets caught up on the back section right here, but I think it's really good. It's perfect for what you need it. The elbow can rotate forward and back 90 degrees. The hands can rotate 360 degrees all the way around. We do see that we do have waist rotation right there at the midsection. The legs can go out and in. He does have a 90-degree point right there at the knee, but if you pull it out, you kind of have a double joint right there, which can allow you to go back a little bit more. And on the foot there, it can tilt, I'd say maybe 45 degrees, probably a little bit less. It can't really rotate back at all due to this part right here, but it can go forward about that much. So for what it is, I think the articulation is great. Due to the design of the character, you can't really do much, articulation as it is, but I do think that the articulation is great. We're gonna bring in some other figures just to do some size comparisons to show you this guy's pretty big. I'll start off by bringing in Studio 86 Hot Rod, just because these guys debuted in the same movie and the quality is pretty much there. And for Hot Rod being great in quality, Cyclonus is still probably a little bit better, and that's saying a lot. See the size comparison there? So we noticed that Hot Rod is obviously a deluxe class figure, and Cyclonus is actually a Voyager. So let's take a look at him with some other figures. So I will bring in Springer. He's one of the season 3 characters as well, and you notice Cyclonus is still pretty much towering over him. And I'll also bring in Ultra Magnus, which is big, but Cyclonus kind of almost matches his height. He's probably like maybe like a ½ inch taller than Cyclonus, but look at the size here, guys. This is a leader class figure. This is a Voyager. Look how big he is. He's just huge, and I love the size. And there's a look at the characters from the 86 movie, and I gotta say, really looking nice. So let's take a look now at the accessory that he comes with. He does come with this one blaster. Now this blaster is pretty big. I believe it's modeled after the original G1 gun, and I gotta say, it's perfect. It's a perfect gun. The stylizing of it, the details of it, it just looks great, and it goes perfectly with this figure. I mean, you could put it on his hand, or you could just store it on the back or any one of the 5mm ports there. You can also put it there, and you can barely notice that it's there if you have it on him. So you can always store it on him, and that looks great. So my final thoughts in it in the robot mode before I transform it, I gotta say it's a 10 out of 10. There are minor things that, the stiffness of the figure and not being able to get into these weirdo poses kind of just throws it off a bit, but I won't take it less than a 10, because to me this is like a masterpiece figure. Obviously you don't have any, the articulation points that I was saying, like his hands can't, his fingers can't open and stuff like that, but this to me is what I believe most Transformers fans want. They want this quality, they want this level of detail, of faithfulness to the character in its forms, and I think this thing just knocks it out of the park. I can't brag anymore. So without that, let's start getting into the transformation. I'm going to show you guys how to transform it from robot to vehicle. So getting the transformation on this figure is really neat. I actually enjoy transforming this figure. It's not really a chore, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show it to you the way I like to do it, and it's probably one of the simpler ways. So here we go. First I like to do is just take the hands right here. Now if we lift this part of the hand up, we notice that we do have this section right here. We'll take the hands and we'll rotate them 90 degrees. Boom, so that we have a port right there. We're just gonna put that right back, and we'll do the same thing to the other side. Just open this section up. We'll rotate the wrist like that. Bam, really easy. Next up, what I'll do is I'll take the wing section here. I'll fold that down, do the same thing to the other side. And right here, this has this double hinge joint. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this section, fold it like that, and we're gonna fold it once again so that it's extended. We'll repeat the same thing on the other side. So what you wanna do is, see that joint right there? We can just go like that, fold that once 90 degrees, and then we'll fold the inner joint 90 degrees outward like so. Next, what I am going to do is I'll take the arm part here, and if we notice, we do have a hole right there, a slot, and there's a slot right here. We're just gonna put that like that for now and lock in the arm with the wing. Same thing on the other side. We'll rotate it. We'll put the slot right there with the tab on the wing. So that part is complete. So we're going to see now that this section will become the wings. Next, what I'm going to do is take these sections here, fold them out about back 90 degrees. And then what I'll do is I'll hold on to the front section, rotate that whole section back like so. Do the same thing with the front. So what I'll do now is I'll take this whole midsection right here. I'll flip it forward like that, 180 degrees up. Next, what I'll do is I'll take this section right here and I'll split it. So let's see if I can get this right. It's kind of tough. Boom. You just kind of just split that open. On this section here, we'll just fold that out again and boom. So now you're seeing where the nose cone for the airplane is going to be. We'll take that, we'll tuck it in like so. And then what we'll do is we'll just take the front chest area, rotate that back up so that locks in right there. And what we could do is just take the back section and lock that in like that. Great. Next, what I'm going to be doing is taking this section out. If we notice it there, this part right here is actually the tip of the nose of the airplane mode. So I usually need something to take that out. Like I said, the joints are tight in this figure, so you're gonna want to just use a little bit of oomph to get all the pieces out. So once that's folded out, you can lock that in and boom. Next, what I will do is I'll take this whole section. If we notice there, this is actually all hinged together and you can actually rotate that section. So what I'm gonna do is just take that, flip it up a bit, and now we can see it a little bit better. I'll rotate that 180 degrees back. And next what I'll do is I'll take these parts right here. I'll take the back part of the leg, push that down, and I'll grab these tabs right in here and boom. If you notice that, this whole section came out from the inner part of the leg. And the engineering in this figure is it's great because it leaves no cavities, it leaves no hollowness on the robot mode, neither on the vehicle mode. So what I'm gonna do next is I'll just take the feet, I'll tuck them in there, go like this, fold that in like so. I'll repeat the same thing on the other side so you guys can see a little bit better. Pop that out like that, fold that flap open, take the foot section, fold it in right there, and lock that in like so. So what I like to do next is I like to take the feet, the legs, and just put them together. Now this is where it is a bit tricky. So right there where the knees are, there's actually like a double joint. Like I was saying before, you can have them extend his height or whatever if you want to, but this is just for the transformation. So what you got to do is kind of like wiggle the legs into the lower part of the leg. So you kind of just squish it, and little by little it'll go in. So you see that? That's what you want to end up at. So we look at the back there, there's a tab and a hole right there. Boom, that locks into place like so. Next, what I'm going to do is take the wings and rotate them how they should go. And if you notice it here, I'm going to lock that tab, these tabs right here with the legs. So if you notice these slots right here, that'll slot right into there. Do it like that. And then on the back here, we'll take this hole right here and just tab it right there. Boom. And then we'll repeat the same thing on the other side. Fold that down and put it in. Boom. Everything's locked into place, looking really nice. All right, guys, so here it is in the alternate form. And have you ever seen a Cyclonus look this great in alternate form and in robot mode? I doubt it. I mean, this thing is absolutely amazing. Look how great it looks. It looks like it just jumps right out of the cartoon. So I'll take a look at the top now. If you look at the top there, very sleek, very nice, no kibble, no hollowness, no gimmicks up there. It's just plain, sleek, and beautiful how it was in the cartoon. We noticed the detailing right there on the top. Looking really nice. We noticed that the cockpit area, it looks like it's just straight out of the 1986 movie. Where the hell's Galvatron? Why are you in there, Galvatron? And it just looks great. We noticed this section right here. It is a little bit lifted up. Now that is normal. I've seen pictures of this figure, and that is normal. I can't really push that section in, but it doesn't look bad at all. It's meant to look that way. On the front there, we noticed this purple paint right there on the side. Look how nice that just shimmers and just looks so great. On the front there, we noticed we do have the silver paint there. Looking really nice. The nose part right here, the cone, looking good. I can't say bad things about this because, you know, even though it's not based off of a realistic plane, it just looks so nice. When we look at the wings there, they just look great. We have the wing right here. We have the top wings right there. There's a side view of it. Look at the profile of it, guys. It's just sleek and awesome. You notice that we do have the 5mm holes right there. When you look at the bottom there, look at that. There's no hardly any kibble. There's no hollowness. Maybe this part right here, but that's about it. Other than that, there's no gimmicks down here. Now, when we look at the bottom, we also can take this section out here, and we even have some landing gears right there, and that looks really nice as well. We'll go to the back here, see if I can take these out. Kind of a pain in the butt to take out. Like I said, all the joints and all the things, at least on mine, are perfectly tight. So we just rotate that out, and we can rotate. Trying to take this out with an actual toothpick. We'll see if I could take them out, and boom. We got all 3 landing gears looking really sexy. And when we look at the back there, look at the detail, guys. I mean, this is very simple, but this is how it was. I remember it, at least in the cartoon. Like, there's nothing like too detailed about these, and that's great. Sometimes less is more. So when we look at the back there, we do have these holes, which kind of remind me of booster holes, and you can actually put your blast effects on there to kind of make it look like he's blasting off. And I gotta say, my review of it in alternate mode, 10 out of 10. There's hardly any flaws in it, minus, you know, some things like this, but I can't take anything away from it because that is the design. And to me, it just looks awesome. So I have no issues with it in the robot mode. Another thing you can do is actually take the accessory. You can put it right there on the top, like it shows you in the box. So you can put it like that if you want to. Kind of looks goofy in my opinion, but you could if you want. And you can actually add guns right here too if you got them. So overall, I think it looks great. It looks great with the landing gears, and this is the best adaptation of Cyclonus in alternate form and in robot form. So good job, Hasbro. You guys have knocked it out of the park. Probably one of the best, if not the best adaptation, like I said, of a G1 character brought to you in a toy line. So great job, Hasbro. Thank you. So there it is, guys, my unboxing and review on the best Cyclonus figure we've ever seen, in my opinion. Definitely a 10 out of 10. I highly recommend it due to the faithfulness of the G1 character and the toy, and I definitely recommend it. Till next time, this is Chukatron signing out, saying peace, love, harmony, and God bless. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, chances are you'll enjoy another one. Hit the subscribe and notification bell for more Chukatron content.